And think about it this way, Doc. 25 years ago today, Ken Reagan lay in a hospital after a huge wreck in the ARCA race right here at Talladega. Flip to today, and your son's in victory lane. What's the emotion like, Ken?
Don't remind Beverly of that. She was here, and she's got to go through tomorrow. But, you know, these guys back here, they've given David good equipment for the last 3 years, and he was beginning to get a little bit frustrated. I could see it in him this year. You know, Mr. Roush and the Fenway group up there, they've had him good equipment, good people, good pit stops, you know, have really put their heart and soul into developing him. But he came in with a lack of experience, and I think they knew that, and they've been patient. We have too. This is a big day for the Reagans, I'll tell you. What a miracle, and we're going to get one for Ed Clark down there in Atlanta one day on his home track. But here at Talladega, we wouldn't trade this place for nothing in the world. This was one of my favorites.
Beverly, can you tell us what it means to you? You've been watching race a long time.
I've been involved a long time, and this is just a great moment. This is one of the greatest, and we'll have many more. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, Beverly and Ken Reagan in victory lane now as the celebration goes on behind them. Their son is a first-time winner in the 3 major series, guys. Didn't win in the truck race yet, still waiting for his first Cup win. Nationwide victory #1 for David Reagan today.
Imagine that on the anniversary 25 years ago of that violent impact when his dad went out of here and had to go to the hospital and was seriously injured. Son David has his biggest day in NASCAR as a first-time Nationwide Series winner. Now remember, in the crash that involved Justin Allgaier, he came across the track and trying to mind his own business down there was Bobby Gerhardt in the 75. There's Gerhardt who gets taken out, and both these cars go head-on toward the inside wall. We saw Bobby getting helped out of the car and seemed a little bit ginger going to the ambulance, and now our Jamie Little has caught up with him.
And he's here at his hauler. He was sitting down, just took a look at the replay. First of all, how are you feeling? We saw you get some help getting released from the car.
It's been a long weekend, but first of all, I'd like to thank Lucas for coming along this weekend. This happened after a rough weekend. We started this after a rough weekend at Daytona and decided to try a couple bush races, and it was our goal to come here, run good, and just try to come away with a decent finish.
And you had a tough night last night in the ARCA race as well, but good to see you're in good spirits. But you just saw the replay. Tell me what you saw happen.
Well, there wasn't really much I could do, as you can see there. It looked like someone just made a miscue and then just started a mess. It's unfortunate. I really don't know who it was. I don't know what they were thinking, but with that many little laps to go, I don't know where they thought they were going to go anyway. It's unfortunate. Knocked some good cars out of some well-deserved finishes, but that is what it is. We'll come back at them again.
Solid run to the end. Good to see Bobby Gerhardt is okay. Doc?
Great to see Bobby okay. 50 years of age and a great super speedway driver. 6-time winner, 5 of those coming at Daytona in ARCA competition. Now, how about another run, a good run for a young gun? Brad Keselowski with a top 10 finish, standing by with Vince.
That's right. After 3 straight third-place finishes, he's 9th today. You told me before the race today, and I asked you, when do you know when to go? And you said it's go all day long. What was the difference between when you were out front leading Dale for so many laps and then ultimately not being able to stay there?
Well, you know, when you're out front and you've got a teammate like Dale behind you, man, you become invincible. And we worked together really well today. Would like to have gotten to him there on the last lap. I feel like we could have won the race, but just didn't work out. But strong Klondike Chevrolet, and Junior Motorsports should be proud of these 2 cars, man. They were good. They were fast all day, and just didn't quite work out. But the effort was there, and we're going to keep digging on it. Can't wait to come back here next year.
I know the championship was a big goal for this team, and it started off rough, but you've put together 4 top 10s in a row. Are you still in the mix for the championship? You came into this race at 177 down.
Yeah, there's no doubt we're still in it. We've been gaining points all along. I think Kyle finished behind me, but he led the most laps, so we didn't quite gain points on him. So, but we still have been running strong enough, and it's coming. We're just running so well that I know we can win races, and we can still run for this championship, and we showed that here again today.
Brad Keselowski strong in the 88 this afternoon. Shannon Spake.
Vince, I think one of the highlights of today is when Kerry Earnhardt got together with Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the racetrack. Tell me what that was like for you inside that car.
Man, it's pretty awesome to get up there with Dale Jr. and Brad Keselowski in the 88 car. And, you know, a lot of guys worked with me today out there. I was pretty impressed with how many was working with me and just kind of had a great car. You know, it was a Dale Earnhardt Incorporated car, and Rick Ware and Stanton Barrett, you know, put the deal together, and we entered it in today's race. And a lot of fun, a lot of fun. Got a lot of good things coming up. You know, myself and my son Jeffrey trying to do some races, and you know, we got DE Day, Dale Day coming up on May the 15th, I think it is, on Friday, and you know, it's an all-day deal, and want to celebrate that with a lot of the fans, and we're doing the commemorative of Dad's birthday on April the 29th. Just a lot of things going on I'm excited about.
Now, we've heard your brother Dale Jr. say many times that drafting here at Talladega or Daytona is just something that you're born with. You tell me about that. Is this something that you were just born with to get out there and do this?
I hate to say it, but I feel like I'm pretty good at it, you know. It's just, it comes natural, you know. You just, all your thoughts and what the things that you have to do, sudden moves and everything, it all happens all at once and in the last minute. So, you know, I think it's bred in you. And, you know, myself and Dale Jr. and Dad was the ones that done the best of it. But, yeah, I just want to say hi to my wife and my kids back home, my daughters, and, you know, my little 5-year-old's out running a horse show. So I missed that to come here to Talladega and had a lot of fun. And you got to thank the Fast Wax guys, you know, the Fast Wax Racing Formula, and go to fastwax.com and you know, help support this program to get us here today.
All right, it was a great day for Kerry Earnhardt here at Talladega. Doc?
Great to see Kerry have another wonderful finish here, top 15 finish. Well, what does the number 42, a bus full of hostages and a cop killer, have in common? One of the most unusual cases yet. Life as a New York City cop is a 24-hour job, and life in the 2nd Precinct is always unusual. ABC's The Unusuals, all new episode Tuesday at 10 Eastern, 9 Central Time. Well, we did not have the big one in terms of the big wreck today, but we did have a typical big Talladega finish.
Wow, I'll tell you what, that was a heart-stopping race and a heart-stopping finish. I still can't figure out how David Reagan came from where he did in the short amount of distance to win that race, but he really did show what he's made of today.
It just shows how good this series is, especially with this aero package that they run here with the restrictor plates and everything, that it just, you don't know who's going to win, but all these drivers did a terrific job. As you said, we didn't have the big wreck, so that was great to see. Just a lot of competitive spirits out there late in the race, and you could tell I didn't know who won the race because I didn't think, I saw Reagan coming, but I didn't think he was going to get. I was talking about Joey Logano finishing 3rd, and here comes David Reagan to win the race.
I love the comment at the beginning of the day where anybody in this race, any of the 43 starters could win the race, and Tony Raines, what about a great comeback story?
Oh, man, he was in contention till they got right in front of us, right here at the start-finish line. He still could have won this thing, and it was just a great race and a great opportunity for a lot of race teams. We saw those guys get good finishes, and it was good to see.
I know you know David Reagan very, very well because he drives for a sponsor that was a major part of your life for a number of years. What does this mean to this young man to finally get into victory lane?
Well, it answers a lot of questions, and something that we were talking about just last week, Andy. You're talking about David Reagan. We've talked about a long time, you know, that he's going to win. He's going to win. He finally does that. He's answered that question, and to win here is big. So I think it's a big lift off of his shoulders that he's going to go win some more races here soon, and I think that now his focus is tomorrow to try to get that UPS car into victory lane.
What a great day for drivers with Georgia ties. We talk about the draft. Well, the day began, the NFL draft, with a Georgia quarterback going number 1 in the NFL, Matthew Stafford. And the day ends with an Unadilla, Georgia race car driver, number 1 in the Talladega draft. What a day for David Reagan. Alan?
Doc, Talladega finishes. You never know what's going to happen. David Reagan running 4th when they came to the white flag. He was running 4th when they were just about to the checkered flag, and he wound up winning the race today. A couple of other quick notes. No cautions in the first half of the race, just the one caution at lap 54, just shy of halfway. Then all kinds of cautions in the last 40 laps. Yeah. We had to hold you in your chair to start the day.
Hey, man, this is as good as it gets. They got that one stoplight in Unadilla, Georgia. It's going to be flashing all week long. Celebrating the win by David Reagan. Tony Raines had a great Craftsman Truck Series career. Gets a solid finish today. This is as good as it gets, baby.
34 lead changes, just a couple shy of the record for the Nationwide Series at Talladega. And next week, it's on to Richmond. The Nationwide Series Lipton T250. Coverage starting with NASCAR Countdown, 7 Eastern, ESPN2. And NBA playoff action tomorrow on ABC. Celtics and Bulls, followed by Cavaliers and Pistons. ABC's World News next, or your local news. That's it from Talladega. David Reagan's won. Sweet home.